Uncut. Here we are, Thursday, August 3rd, 2017. With gold currently trading at $1,268.90. Silver is trading at $16.71. Let's get right into some of the economic factors that will be playing a part into the price of precious metals. Now, some of the reasons that gold and silver is such an ideal investment. It's largely because it's not an investment. We are facing very serious currency concerns in our own country. And I wanted to draw your attention to just what takes place. Like, for example, in Turkey, they've been suffering a currency crisis. The lira has collapsed. They're having great difficulty with this. Now, Turkey has been importing gold at a record level. They have never before bought or purchased this much gold. Turkey gold imports have increased so much that Turkey's Ministry of Customs and Trade showed their trade deficit has widened by 8.8 billion in July. That's an eightfold increase in gold imports to 2.8 billion. It was only 354 million in gold last year in the same month. Now it's up to 2.8 billion. It makes gold the second most imported product and one of the main contributors to their massive trade gap. They are purchasing so much gold that literally it's more important than anything going out. It is a bigger business. June gold imports, they were up by 216% to 2.1 billion. This is something that's always also taken place in India. As soon as there was concerns, and this really draws the point to the fact that some people talk about nationalization of silver. Some people talk about confiscation of silver, making it illegal to own silver. And if you're like most of the people out there, you're not going to comply with such an illegal and unconstitutional law. Similar to those who hoarded their gold back when the government ordered that there would be a confiscation of gold in 1933, what they saw was the price of gold revalued $10 higher an ounce. And so while everyone who held on to their gold, it became immensely more valuable. And just like all things, making things illegal makes it extremely more valuable. Whenever governments attempt to push societies into cashless zones or try to eliminate cash or eliminate freedom, there is always a black market that emerges. Making silver or gold illegal would make them so much more valuable. And those that have possession of physical gold, now this would really damage the paper markets. Anybody who would have paper, silver, or gold would be in a very damaging position. Those who would have physical silver or gold would find it worth immensely more. So whenever it comes to confiscations or nationalization of silver, no one says that you really need to turn it in. And largely, it is within your rights to be able to operate and to possess your own money, which is gold and silver. And we see, just like in India, whenever there arises currency crisis or fears, just like in Russia, just like in China, the Chinese citizens are purchasing massive volumes of gold. In India, they're bringing in massive volumes of silver and gold, much more than before the government put constraints on there. Whenever there's tariffs or any kind of confiscation of precious metals, what you find is massive demand. When you have a product such as silver, which is necessary to keep most of your electronic world running, possessing it in a world where there is serious deficits. We are running serious deficits on silver year after year after year, and we're also having production decline. What you're finding is a very precious and valuable metal that is unvalued by the futures market manipulation that we're seeing, especially recently. We just had another shot across the bow take place just a few days ago, wherever they tried to drive down the silver price. But whenever you're watching currency crisis, and only 2/3 of the money that was printed during the great financial crisis has made it into the U.S. economy. That means another 1/3 of the largest expansion of the U.S. monetary supply is still to hit the CPI. So inflation that they keep complaining is too low is still holding back its punches. It still has a lot more to go. And the devaluation of the dollar could fall dramatically as a result of so much more of this fake fiat paper currency making its way into the U.S. economy. When you experience crises like that, you have a rush all at once to be able to attain. Whenever they start discussing controls on ammunition, what happens? People flock to the stores. They want it at all costs. Whenever you have any kind of moves, major moves by governments like this, the people will not be denied. They begin to rush in, and what you will find is immediate price rises that can occur in such states like this. All around the world, whenever there's currency crisis, and that was the point of this whole show today, is that silver and gold, they skyrocket. And that's what we're facing here in the United States. So the catalyst to really make some serious gains in silver and gold is the US dollar and the currency crisis that we still face. Regardless of whatever you think about the state of the US economy, you have to admit that your dollars, they don't go as far as they used to. All right, thank you guys for joining us here at the Silver Report Uncut. If you like the content, be sure to subscribe, like the videos, share the videos, get the word out. I thank you so much for stopping by. As always, stay safe.